Stash of Life. If you haven't already, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications of my latest videos. This is my project that I have been working on. It's a variation of the diamond waffle stitch pattern. Then I added the 10 stitch as my border, and I created this J pattern and used it as an applique and sewed it on. I will leave the links to all of these videos in the description box below, just in case you need them. Once all of that was done, I began the process of lining the back with fabric. I'm just about finished, but before I did, I wanted to show you how I did it. The materials I will need will be my blanket, tapestry needle, some crochet thread that matches my blanket as close as possible, some scissors, iron, and ironing board. I will also need some safety pins. Now, not only do I need the safety pins because I have little ones running around all the time, but at times I have to put my project away and come back to it. So this has been a really secure way of keeping everything together. Step 1 is to lay your blanket down with the right side down, and then lay your fabric down with the right side down. Begin measuring out your fabric, lining up your fabric with the inside of the border and fold down. Step 2 is to pin down the fabric. To start, you will first pin the fabric to the blanket. You want to get it as precise and smooth as possible. Once you have measured it out, then you will unpin it from the blanket, but keep it pinned to itself. I have to quickly change up my station so that I can make room to iron. I'm going to iron all of my fabric until all of my creases have been pressed. As I iron each side, I will then cut off all the excess fabric that I don't need. I will be keeping about an inch, inch and a half of fabric on my borders. This is my mitered corner. At every corner, I'm going to create a mitered corner. Now, the definition of a mitered corner is when two sides come together at a 45-degree angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press each of my sides, and this section right here is going to be 1 inch by 1 inch. So what I do is I just cut along where this corner, where the point meets that I have pressed, I'm just going to cut right across here. Now you could get technical, and if this is 1 inch by 1 inch, then you will start here, let me get my ruler, and go 2 inches out. You're going to double what your border size is, what your border width is. From here, make a mark, measure out 2 inches, make a mark, and then make those marks meet and cut across. I don't do all of that. I just see where I need to cut and I cut it. So here's my point right here. I'm just going to simply cut across, fold, and then pin. Boom. I'm going to put a safety pin right here, and then I'm going to continue to press it down, press it with the safety pin, and then I flip it and match it up to the edge of my blanket, and there's going to be my mitered corner. continue to iron out your sides and your corners so that all of your creases can have really good definition. Time for step 4, and that is to realign and repin your blanket and your fabric. The first thing you have to do is lay your blanket back down, right side down. Then lay your fabric on top of it, right side up. Realign the corners and the edges of the fabric to the corners and edges of the inside of the border of the blanket. Okay, guys and gals, you're going to thread your tapestry needle with your crochet thread, and the way that I've always done mine is to loop my crochet thread and stick that little loop through the eye of my tapestry needle. Then I just get my short side and my long side. Let me show you. Okay, here's my short side, here's my long side. I don't double it up and then tie a knot at the end of it. I just have my one long side that's a couple of feet long, and then I double knot it at the end of it before sticking it through my fabric. Okay? The reason I only use a few feet at a time is because it tends to get tangled if I do more than that. If I keep it at only a few feet, then it doesn't get tangled and I can work faster. I will have to reload throughout the process, but that's not a problem. I reload pretty quickly. So if I was just starting out and I have my crochet thread and my double knot at the end, I would stick it under my fabric and give myself some space. So bear with me because I'm not at the beginning, but I give myself some space because I'm going to be backtracking. Instead of going forward like a running stitch, I'm going to go backward like a back stitch into this little spot right here and put my thread through that. Put my tapestry needle through and push it all the way through through my fabric and through my blanket, and then tighten my thread. Now I don't want to over tighten, but I do want it to be pretty snug. Okay, so now you have your first stitch. Then from there, I want to make sure that I'm constantly lining up my fabric and the edge of my blanket. Now I'm not going to grab and push this way in order to do it, because if I do that, then I'm constantly having to realign my fabric, because this gets pushed this way, and look, see this over here? It's bunched differently now. And then I would have to push this way, and then look, it just keeps getting bunched and this keeps getting pushed that way. So do not do that. What I'm gonna do is make my fabric and blanket taut, and then I will grab from, say, the center outward to the edge of my blanket. Again, I'm going to give myself some space. No, give myself some more space. Just the right amount. Put my needle, my tapestry needle, through the blanket and the fabric, and then pull through. I'm gonna constantly be checking my work and make sure that back here it's not bunched up or I don't have a loop that is coming out. So be mindful of that. I have to check it every time. Again, go back from where you once came. Put your needle through your fabric, through your blanket, push all the way through. And voila. There you have your stitch. Okay, again, line up, hold it and grab. Give yourself some space. And look how cute that stitching looks. I don't know about you, but I really, really like it. I like the look of it. Go back from the fabric through the blanket. Check your work. Yep, doing good. Make sure to line up. Ah, what did I do? No problem. And then just keep going with your blanket. There I have my little stitching, and it really doesn't take long. Once you get in your rhythm and you have no distractions, you're good to go. When you've come to an area where there's a safety pin, just continue sewing until you're done with that section. Once you're done with that section, then you can go ahead and take the pin off. I want to show you how fast this is in real time, and it would be going even faster if I wasn't filming with a camera in front of my face. Trying not to hit the camera because I've already done it a couple times. And it's just that simple. will be gifting this blanket to a family member. And I will have to show you the final product. And I have a sister blanket that is going with the gift. It's for a set of twins. And on that blanket I did a regular waffle stitch. So waffle stitch and a diamond waffle stitch for the twins. I wanted them to be similar but not exactly the same. Just like twins are. And then I put the appliques, which is their initials. Okay, so now that I have passed the section where the pin is, I can now unpin it. And there you have it. Lining your blanket. I'll be sure to show you the finished product as soon as I'm done. So I hope you learned something new today, or at least got some inspiration. Thanks for stopping by. Toodles! This has been Mama Bear with a Daily Dash of Life. And as always, don't forget to spice up yours. May God bless you. Thanks for watching. To subscribe, click my watermark and click any video icon for more videos or to start a playlist. Check out bonus footage at Instagram and Twitter at A Daily Dash of Life. Toodles!